Oh no, that's yours. Look with the removable sticker. But I pull that off. Be causing all kinds of bacterium in there.
Oh. You going to set the tunes away or what? Alright, let's giddy go. Welcome back to FILTA. I'm Bootsy.
I'm Mick Dundee. I couldn't think of it there. Now Mick Dundee or Crocodile Dundee.
Aye. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week so far, and thanks for tuning in. Have you got any notes this week?
Have I?
Or just a picture of the cat's bowl? Why did you even have a picture of the cat's bowl, by the way?
When?
When you pull up your notes last week, all you had was a picture of the cat's bowl. What are you taking pictures of that for?
The cat's bull.
Aye? Don't remember?
Oh, you know what it was actually? It was I scared you, man, didn't I?
Oh, is that what it was?
Aye.
I thought you were getting ready to film us and scared the fucking life with us.
Aye, I was stood there.
Insert clip. Technical take
I think I might have deleted it.
Oh, wait.
Maybe I haven't, though. It might be in the
Deleted folder.
Might be in
Was
the
it any good,
secret
like?
vault, as it were.
Aye.
Who had the secret vault? It was on Maths, wasn't it?
Aye.
That was that Mitch, wasn't it? He was a fucking freak, him. I think England's watching Maths at the minute, aren't they?
Aye, she was spoiled for them.
No, but Mitch is a fucking cunt. And that Olivia, isn't it? She's the pits her, like.
Aye.
Anyway, we're not the Maths foundation.
When you're up to speed on maths in the UK, we'll maybe do your piece.
Oh, aye, party
But
piece.
I've got a few notes today. Why don't we kick off with the UFC lineup tomorrow? Because it's a naughty lineup.
I don't know. Why don't we kick up for that, Steve?
So where should we start? So there's Gilbert Burns fighting that Chimaev.
Aye.
Obviously, Burns has got a lot more experience. 20-4 losses he's had there. A lot more experience, and he's obviously really good on the ground, isn't he? But obviously Chimaev, undefeated, 10 fights, and he's just a beast, isn't he? He's quickly become like the superstar of the UFC, isn't he?
Aye.
And he's
like
just pure dominant, isn't he?
Aye, he's lethal.
Do you reckon he's going to pump him?
Hey, I don't know, like, Gilbert Burns is mint, you know, and he's solid, but probably, it's like, looking that way.
It's not even, none of his fights have even been like difficult. He's like talking to Dana through the cage as he's chilling people. He's helping people out. He's asking his lass through the cage what they're having for tea and that. Not even breaking a sweat.
Aye, he's class, I like him, and then you are saying, like, if he gets past Gilbert Burns, which is probably likely he will, but not to rule out Gilbert Burns, but if he does, then it's going to be Colby Covington next.
Yeah, I think
I would love to see him chin.
I think the only thing that might be the bit of a test is Burns' like experience and more like, you know, fights and all that, and sometimes that shows when someone's got a lot more experience. If it goes to later rounds or whatever, maybe. But yeah, he's. I saw on Dana White's Instagram earlier that he says that if Chimaev gets past this fight, he's probably going to be fighting Covington next.
I would like to see him. I would like to see that fight. Like,
Aye, I would love to see him burst Covington.
So
like,
that'd
be fucking class, wouldn't it?
Uh-huh.
And what else we got on the card? There's that Aljamain Sterling against Petr Yan. They fought once before, and
bit of a rematch, innit?
Sterling won the belt in that fight, but it was because that Yan done an illegal knee, didn't he?
Aye.
Like he was on.
No one wants to win the belt like that.
Bang, hit him in the head when he was on his knees, didn't he? And then he was rolling around the mat for ages. I was like, is he milking this a bit?
Aye.
But he obviously, then when you watch the knee back in the replay, it was
pretty
a
bad one,
hellish knee.
No one wants to win the belt like that.
Exactly, when he won the belt, he like threw it on the deck and all that. He won out with David. He was obviously good because like, now as I think in them circumstances, like the belt shouldn't exchange hands. If it's a disqualification, then the other person should win the belt. The other person shouldn't maybe hold on with it. Maybe should just go right. We've got to do a rematch
straight back in Dana's pocket.
The belt just goes vacant or whatever until they actually have a rematch and there's an actual winner.
Aye.
Because imagine that was your first ever title win and that's how you won it. It wouldn't be the same. It's not like you've won it like by like your, you know, performance and all that.
Uh-huh.
So that'll be another exciting one to watch. Who do you reckon?
Peter Yan.
You reckon Yan, eh?
Peter Pan.
I reckon another illegal knee disqualification.
Do you reckon I?
Nah.
What would be the chances though?
No. Do you reckon you just got carried away in the moment and was just when you're fighting and you're just fucking throwing fucking hands and fists and fucking knees everywhere? And
It's not because you're all out the knee.
Aye, but it was
It's because he had
aye.
Like It's
That's what I
timing,
mean.
isn't it? It's
That's
just
what I
bad
mean.
timing.
He didn't think, oh, this is going to be a legal shot. He just was just fighting and just
Aye.
like didn't think because he was going with the flow.
It changes the rules every now and then, I'm sure, but...
So what is the
isn't it-
rule around that knee? So it's because he was...
I think it's if you have two hands on the floor, isn't
Aye,
it?
the other bloke had two hands on the floor, aye.
I think so, something like that.
Aye, he had teed off on his fucking lips.
Fuck.
Yeah, man, remember back in the day when you used to be able to stamp in like everything?
They just weren't allowed to bite with
The only
it.
thing you couldn't do was bite and I think low blows. But they used to stamp all out your heads and that. It was mental. Headbutts on the ground and that. Can they do headbutts now on the ground?
I think so.
God, it was mental back then. I remember they used to bring out them DVDs before like YouTube was big and that, and used to get like the DVDs of like UFC's most brutal knockouts, and it was just like watching street fights.
I never had one, mate.
I was always someone at school had one, and it would get passed around the yard, and it was just like watching street fights. It was just pure brutal as fuck. I mean, it's still brutal, but like back then it was even more so, wasn't it? It was just no rules.
Back in the very day. That'll be
That was back in like early 2000s. That when I was at school.
Ian Freeman in there.
Ian Freeman and I, Ian the Machine Freeman.
Class him. He's seen
Aye.
the size of it. He's still in wicked
I've
shape,
not seen
isn't
this,
he?
you know.
He's massive still.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, he's from Sunderland, isn't he?
Is it Sunderland, isn't it? I thought it was a concert with me.
Is it? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. But aye, and he's from the northeast.
Aye. The noughties.
And then what else we got on the card? Volkanovski against the Korean Zombie.
Aye, is
The
it?
hellish card, aye.
I'll be tuning in, me.
I'll be
It's a
trying
shame
to
it's
watch
not
that,
next
like-
weekend.
I know.
Easter
Bank holiday
Sunday.
weekend, and that would have been a dream. But aye, obviously I want Volkanovski to win, and I think Volkanovski will win. He's the favourite now with the bookies and that. The odds are like massively in his favour, apparently. Starting with the lads at work.
I would expect him to beat the
yesterday.
Korean Zombie, mate.
You would, aye.
As much as I like the Zombie, like.
Yeah.
I do like him. He's a pretty good character, but he's got a better story now. He like left the UFC for years, didn't he? Because he had to go and do his
Service.
what's it called?
National service.
National service. Aye, to Korea.
How good on him.
Aye, and then he's come back, and then he's doing his pee.
So yeah, let's leave it all in the ring, guys, and let's have a good, clean fight. Let's all go home safe to our families. But I'm looking forward to that card.
Isn't one of the Mitchell
Oh,
brothers?
we've also got Vink Pitchell.
Is it Mitchell?
Vink Pitchell.
Is it Mitchell? I thought it was Mitchell, me.
No, it's Phil,
Vink Mitchell.
it's Phil Mitchell's Russian cousin,
Vink Mitchell.
fighting Mark Madsen.
Aye, what about
And
that?
then Mackenzie Dern against...
Who, Vink?
Good luck, Vink.
Aye.
All the very best. Watch doesn't get you up the Vinker. Tisha Torres and Mackenzie Dern. Barry Linker.
And how to put them?
But aye, them three, class. There was meant to be a couple more fights, but they've been cancelled as well.
Hello?
And it said when you get the thing up for the fight card, it said another few fights, and then red cancelled. So now what happened there?
Aye.
But aye, them three fights alone, we're tuning in. Wicked
Are you
card.
right? Aye, I'll be on to that, Lee.
No,
I will.
Aye, righty. While we're on the fights and all that, I was looking up, obviously Fury's fighting in a few weeks against Dillian White, innit?
Aye.
But because it's a bank holiday weekend over here, is it Anzac Day on the Monday, which is Australian holiday for like Remembrance Day kind of thing, and you get a bank holiday. But so I was like, oh, we're kind of all day on the drink for the Fury fight, but because it's in England, the fight's on at 4 a.m. Yeah.
What a shame,
So I
eh?
doubt I'll even be fucking watching it. If I'm awake, I'll try and get a link, but I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna be staying up all night to watch it.
We try and avoid the...
spoilers and get it on.
Well, now we'll catch it, won't
It'll be
we?
hard to avoid that. Like.
Never be able to avoid it.
But were you buzzed if you were in England or even gone to the fight?
Aye, no.
So like it was. It's
I
about
think
time.
there's like
this fall.
100,000 people at the Wembley.
They haven't even added more tickets onto it as well.
100? There's like 94,000. That's mad. And you seen his kickoffs though about the undercard. I
Tommy
think
Fury.
I just think there's a few people saying it's shite.
I
I wish I watched the interview actually, because what's he called? Fury's mate, the promoter. What's he called?
Frank
Warren. Aye. He's remember that bloke who's on the chin list? That's Simon Jordan of Sky Sports with him, like him and.
There he is.
Oh, is he on there? Aye, is it? Him and Frank Warren are going back and forth and all that, like.
Oh, aye.
Aye, because the undercard's pretty shit.
Well, nowadays I've not even seen anything like that on social media about people saying they thought it was shit. But when I looked at it, I thought it was shit.
Aye.
For
For 94,000
you
people.
like Tommy Fury's fighting,
Aye, I tried to look at his Instagram. He just looks like a divvy.
just like some normal bloke, innit?
Aye.
I don't know.
He literally looks like he could deliver the post.
It's just the tomato can for a minute. Just an easy win for him. Well, that's what they're hoping. Imagine he got burst.
Game hour.
It happens, doesn't it? That's boxing.
Aye, it is, aye.
Takes one shot.
Aye, that's boxing, aye.
Tyrone Woodley will tell you.
I would.
On that actually, it's funny, right? Weeks and weeks ago, like on one of the early episodes of this show, when we were on about the Paul brothers, when we used to slate them every fucking week, we said once they've had the fun of boxing, they'll move on to something else. Have you seen it happened?
What, UFC?
No. What's the not Jake Paul, the other one?
Logan
Paul, right?
Logus.
He'd done a wrestling match at the WrestleMania the other day. He
Did he?
had a wrestling
and
match,
he rocked
right?
up wearing that
Wearing
80 million
wearing a
Pokemon card
or something stupid. So he won. And I had a WWE match at WrestleMania, right? Which is obviously the biggest wrestling event that the day. And then on his Instagram and that later, he's been saying that he's going to pack in the boxer and go to wrestling.
But it's fake.
I know, but he just says he had fun. He reckons he'll be better at it than he is boxing. Well, kind of be fucking hard. But you can't be much worse, you know what I mean?
They do what they want, these cunts.
So we predicted it though. I said, once they've had the fun of boxing and move on to something else, and there they are. They're going to WWE now.
Fucking hell,
it's
man.
fucking happening before our very eyes.
They do what they want, these cunts, don't they?
I know. Fucking bulbs. Hope fucking gets a good stunner off Stone Cold or something. Now it is actually saw a clip. Stone Cold made a return at the wrestling. It was the first time.
I would love to see it.
It was the first time he'd competed in a wrestling match in 20 years or something. And he's made a guest appearances where he's been speaking, but he actually had a match.
The Texas Rattlesnake.
You could tell he was old and like a bit slow and all that, but he's still in wicked shape, like. But I was like stunning everybody, stunning Vince McMahon and all that. And he was drinking all the cans on the corner.
Was he?
Like, this was mint. Came down to the ring on it, quad and all that.
Who do you reckon was your favourite?
Stone Cold.
Dear I.
Stone Cold and The
Do you
Rock.
reckon that's the bottom line?
Aye.
I would say Stone Cold. He has to be easily up there, like with my favourite. Had to be, didn't it?
Where
you used to crack the beers and that.
He was just because he was like a working class bloke, wasn't he?
Aye.
That wasn't he like.
He was a working class guy.
You know, like a lot of the wrestlers had big gimmicks and flashy outfits and all that shit. He was just like a hard bloke, just storming doing the ring and kicking people out. That's why I liked him.
Aye.
But like, you couldn't really. Stone Cold probably wouldn't have been as big as he was without The Rock. Like, they were both like rivals for years and years, and they like headlined loads of WrestleManias. And as a kid, it was always Austin The Rock. Whose side you on?
Didn't they team up at one point?
I'm sure they were a tag team at one point.
Pals, weren't they?
Aye. They are actually good pals in real life. They always see them shouting each other out on Instagram and that. And,
Aye.
But that was
in real life?
That was the era. Like Stone Cold and The Rock, wicked. Obviously, you had Undertaker and them.
We watched the True Geordies on the Undertaker, didn't we?
He's a legend, the Undertaker. Like he was in wrestling probably before we were born, and then just retired 2 years ago.
Aye.
For fucking years he's been in, hasn't he? Some boy.
I'm trying to think who the other ones were.
Triple H.
He wasn't my favourite. I liked him.
Were you WWF or WCW?
Aye, WWF. Definitely.
So was I.
I wasn't never. It was too. The
Remember when,
WCW was before, wasn't it?
I think it was at the same time, but they were just rivals, and WWF was just a bit more popular, I think. WCW, they were always competing, and eventually WWF bought WCW, and then it all merged into one. Hulk Hogan.
Aye, he got deleted off the legends and all that though, didn't he?
Aye, it was a recorded phone call of him
being racist,
aye. I think it was something to do with his daughter was like dating a black lad or something, and he was saying some nasty things like.
That's Raj, like that.
He got taken off the Hall of Fame and everything.
Aye.
But aye,
fair enough.
Fuck him, eh?
Aye. Just while we were on about the Undertaker there, and we've seen him on the True Geordies thing, I just wanted to put someone else on the chin list. That if anyone watches the True Geordies podcast, right, you've obviously got Brian. Aye, grease it up. He's gotten right on.
Bri.
Not Brian. I actually quite like him.
Oh, Brian's the True Geordie, isn't he?
Brian's the True Geordie.
He's co-host.
He's mate.
He's co-host.
Who the fuck is he like? Like any guest that they get on, right?
The True Geordie's on ya, by the way. Should we cross him off?
He's actually are.
Yeah. I like him now, do we?
Maybe.
Right. Tell you what. We'll cross him off
and get his mate on.
We'll put his mate on. We'll just put his mate.
Because you know what it is, right? He has all kinds of really good guests, right? And this idiot that sits next to him, what's he called? We found him, didn't we?
Oh,
Lawrence. It's called Lawrence, right?
He's a bit of a drip, isn't he?
Aye, and it's just like, is he a millionaire or something? And is that what's pushed the True Geordie like into this fame? But like, it just seems like any guest that he has, like, for example, right? He had on the bloke who he was like they made a film about him and all that. It's like they had him off the Peaky Blinders playing him. He gets locked up in Thailand.
Aye.
He's like a Muay Thai fighter.
I've seen that, but now he's talking about
I can't think of the name of the film, but they had him on, and I watched it right with the True Geordie, and the way like this Lawrence was saying some mental shit to him, like, and I was just thinking, are you for real? He's just like a posh, horrible divvy, right? And then they had who else did they have on? They had the Undertaker on. they've had a few Adesanya and all that, and he's just sat there and it's like he's not even listening, and he just comes up with random shit.
Aye.
He's just
he
a
doesn't
bell
really
end.
know what he's talking about.
He's got no clue.
He's the perfect example of fake it till you make it, isn't he?
Aye.
He doesn't really fit that genre of podcast, I don't think.
He's got on about fighting and all that, and he just looks like a posh fucking tit.
Like, what I think's happened is, because obviously the True Geordie was not as... He's obviously massive now, he's done really well, hasn't he? But he's obviously... It's took a long time to get that point, and like, I didn't watch him for a couple of years. The next time I watched him, he had this massive studio, millions of viewers. He had like Dizzy Rascal and Robbie Williams on and that. And then there was this new co-host, so that's obviously been the catalyst. So I don't know if he's approached, because we've done the research, didn't we? He's like a media... He went to uni and done media and like all that shit. So he's probably approached this bloke and like...
I can't stand him, mate.
Took him on to like help him grow the thing, ain't Maybe we should get him on our fucking show, help him grow this cunt.
We'll have to delete this episode. But, no, I just can't stand him, mate. I think he's a prick. Just the way he gans on and all that. You heard him.
I know, aye.
He's minging. Anyway, I didn't even have that in my notes, actually.
You're not waking, are you, brah?
Aye, that's funny, that, mate. Steve with his spoilers there, like, you're not wigging, are you, bruh? That was funny, that, isn't it?
Hey,
what did he tell him to piss off? You're not wigging, are you, bruh?
Piss off, bruh. You're not wigging, are you, bruh? Piss off, bruh.
Aye, you got to watch Maths, like. Yeah, by the way, this season of Maths was the best season I'd ever watched.
And it was the first one I've watched, and I've got to say I was thoroughly entertained. Like, I was getting a bit over it towards the end, but I was good, like.
Last season, I thought was alright, but then this one made it look shit.
All the dramas.
It was really good, like.
Would recommend, in the UK, if you can get a hold of Maths, Australian Maths, watch it, like.
Apparently it's pretty good.
I've
pretty
never
big.
been one for these types of shows, but honestly,
I
haven't. It's the first time I watched it.
You couldn't pull it off the screen with Love Island last year.
I know, I've said this on the show, it was the first time I watched that, and I did enjoy it. Since I've moved in here, I'm into Love Island and I'm into bloody Maths now.
We'll be watching the Kardashian next.
I'm not like, I'll draw the line there.
You love it?
I've never ever
you were just on a rant the other day about how great they've done, because actually the True Geordie and Lawrence were ripping into them, and you were saying, well, I cannot believe this.
I was agreeing with it.
I cannot believe this shade. Knock him off, you sis.
Definitely. What
have I notes you got? Because I've got notes now, you know.
What about
we'll talk about what you want to talk about.
No, carry on.
No, I'm joking.
I was just going to say the tune getting stuffed off Spurs.
I know it's a poppycock.
Well, talk about the tune getting stuffed 5-1 off Spurs the other day. I didn't see the game, obviously, with the time difference, but I watched it with the highlights. We were actually winning 1-0 at half time, weren't we? Oh no, like towards the end of the first half, we were winning 1-0, and then they scored equaliser just before the second half.
Aye.
And then in the second half, what fucking happened? It just blasted for you, and I think the players looked a bit...
I never seen none of it, and then I seen the result, and I didn't want to watch the highlights either, so...
But anyway,
when was that? When was that? Monday morning?
Monday morning, aye. It would have been Sunday in the UK.
Aye.
But on a positive note, I've just beat Wolves 1-0. So
I watched that. I got up this morning to watch it. Oh!
So how many points do we need now to stay clear? Is
Not
it
really.
5 or 6 or something?
Wait, no. With 10 points clear of the relegation, it looks like most people are saying that we're not going to go and do now. We're pretty much safe now. If I had just beat Everton, we would have put them down, I reckon. Yeah. And but I'm not that bothered about Everton. Me, loads of people going on like they hate Everton, but bother me.
I've had an uncle that supports Everton.
Maybe I've missed out on too much. Anyway, right. So I got up this morning to watch.
The Mackhams of Liverpool, aren't they?
Aye, they are. I got up this morning to watch the.
I'd always put Everton in Liverpool, though. FYI. Trying to get that in there.
What, Everton in Liverpool?
Yeah, underdogs.
Anyway, right. I got up this morning to watch the match, right? And put it in the comments if I'm talking shit here, right? But the last few times I've watched the tune, right? Everyone goes on about St. Maximin, right? He's great. I watched him this morning and I fell asleep at half time. It was like 5 o'clock this morning. But I thought he was shit, me. He's running about with this Gucci fucking headband on, right? He's just giving the ball away and he doesn't pass when he should pass. Even at the very end, I woke up at the end and he could have passed it, could have squared it over to someone. I don't know who it was, Shelby maybe. And he still didn't. I think he's a greedy cunt, mate, and I wouldn't even bother if he went. I reckon we could replace him with someone. He just doesn't seem like a team player to me. I think he's pretty much... but I want to like him when I've watched him and he's been unreal. It just seems like lately he does some shit and then he spits his dumb out now.
Maybe we'll get shot of him and we'll start getting like 5-6 more new players in.
I don't know how it's gonna work.
Get Michael Owen in.
Ooh, yeah. Aye. Anyway, that's my piece on the tune. Like, great result though.
Aye, spot on. While we're on Newcastle as well, have you seen that they're closing the Stack down?
Aye, that's a shame, innit?
I don't know. Now, do you know why it is as well? It's you know what they're building in its place?
Flats probably.
It's going to be an office for HMRC.
What's that?
Tax office.
Oh, yeah, it couldn't get much worse.
I know.
So you go from having fun to getting taxed.
It's only been there a few years, hasn't it, the Stack? It was there, I think it was new last time we were in England in like 2019, 2020. It was like kind of new then, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Aye, how long's the Stack been there?
I'm sure it was getting built actually when I was in between my first and second year.
It's like 2018, 2017 or something.
Because I don't think it was a thing then, but I can remember it was getting built.
Yeah.
Aye. But it was meant. I was in there quite a bit at Christmas when we were at home for last Christmas, and I thought it was great, mate.
Yeah,
But it's a shame.
class. It's basically, if you've never been to the Stack in Newcastle, it's like this area of the city where they've got loads of shipping containers, and it's like 2 levels, isn't it? And it's all like different bars and like street food, and there's a big like area of loads of tables, like picnic tables where everyone sits. They've got a stage where your band's on, massive screen where they have the football on. It's just a class place to go and like on the day on the drink and that. And it's actually being knocked down, and they're building a fucking HMRC office.
They'll move it. Surely they'll just move it.
I don't know. But it's closing down soon. It's like the next couple of months, I think.
That's a shame.
Isn't it? It was like...
Will it be there when you can you?
Nah, I doubt it. But it's a shame. Like last time I was in Newcastle, like there was loads of mint changes to the city. That was that place, the Stack. That was the one on the gate side of the quayside, which was a similar thing with loads of containers and that. Like
that was
loads of new bars and that. The Christmas market was unreal. I was like, hey, Newcastle's fucking popping. It was mint. And then this is just a step backwards.
I know, they'll just move it.
But apparently, you know that all the big markets being gentrified, all like new posh bars and cafes.
We've all been through this, man.
Have we already? Have we?
One episode ago.
Aye.
Revolution de Cuba.
It's a fucking repeat.
We say it's a repeat. Get these daft cunts off. They're just repeating themselves
Like
now.
a broken record, the lads.
They're still talking about the gentrification of the tune, like.
We've got to talk with something. We've still got something to talk about this week. Well,
I would just go through the previous episodes and just say everything again.
You got out else?
Have I?
Oh, take it away.
Are you not, like?
Well, I've had a few bits, aye.
Have you actually?
Aye. Doing well this week, aren't we?
Oh, yes.
Got a few bits and burbs.
Alright, so I screenshotted this off an Instagram account that I...
Picture of a cat's bull.
Aye, a cat's bull, aye. Speaking of cat's bull, you heard it from your Phil lately, like? Have your horse looking like a cat's bull, Anna? Anyway, right, so before his death in 2018, theoretical physicist, someone just messages there, Stephen Hawking said a number of times that he believes alien existed somewhere else in the universe, and he felt trying to find and learn about them was a worthy pursuit, but attempting to contact them was probably not a very good idea. Right. However, a group of scientists have ignored the warnings of Stephen Hawking with plans to reveal Earth's location to possible alien life forms. And then another bit. It says they're going to send out pictures of naked women and naked males. The Beacon in the Galaxy project reveals information about our solar system, human DNA, and the Arecibo radio telescope. So they're going to send our location out to all these aliens, and it had me feared. You know, I was nearly bubbling reading it. You know, Gans on a bit more in depth than that.
Actually, I didn't read it
I was
in
a bit
depth,
scared.
I've seen that.
Aye.
And Stephen Hawking had advised against it because he says, like, historically, even with like different colonies of human people and that, whenever a superior race or whatever has found an inferior one, or someone who's like, let's say a group of people who's more advanced, and they find someone who's less advanced, it's never good for the less advanced. They'll get wiped out. So if we make contact with aliens or whatever, or other life forms who are more advanced than us, they'll just wipe out and take everything that we've got.
It's just like probably monkeys were probably more advanced than they know. Like the humans are at the top, and then the monkeys. If we weren't at the top, the monkeys would be at the top.
Exactly. Aye.
Maybe there'd be monkeys living in here if we weren't here.
I know it's scary thought that, like, but maybe we are the most intelligent ones though.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Like, you seen fucking just if I scroll through Facebook, fucking kidding on you.
I know, fucking hell. It would be, to be fair, I would be more worried if we are the most superior one.
I know.
That would be a fucking worry, wouldn't it?
Aye.
Because we'll fuck this planet up.
Do you believe in aliens?
Aye, not in the sense of like little green men with big goggly eyes, but you know, other life has got to be, man. the universe and all that's so vast, we don't really know anything. Like, what's to say there's not another solar system the same as ours with a sun and a... Where there are, they found them, but they can't get them to explore them, like green planets with water and that.
There's loads of stuff coming out at the minute. Actually, they're like... Isn't like all these hidden files that they had on, they're actually like saying now that they're all... It is aliens, like the highest powers in America and all that, fucking Russia and everywhere.
They've classified all the files, haven't they?
It's all it is actually true.
Legit. And they've actually got like spacecrafts, haven't they, in Area 51 and all that shit.
That you know what blew my mind though?
No, like aircraft, how they go like that, then they take off, and they're like, it's like with the air pressure and the wings and that. These things just go zoo, 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 and it's a different kind of engine and all that. Where it's go.
Did you see that thing?
Little pill shapes.
A few months ago, it was so there was like this mad. I kind of concentrate with these tunes pumping in my ear, trying to read out things and that. It was so there was the American army or whatever they were like training in the sky. What are they called? The Navy? No, the fucking what they called pilots?
The Navy.
That's the what, man.
The fucking Air Force.
The Air Force. I read so they were in the air like flying about and all that. And then this mad little UFO started following them about. Did you hear about it? And it was just doing all these mad maneuvers and all that, and they couldn't like keep up
in
with
the clouds. Looked like a little Tic Tac.
I don't know. They couldn't keep up with it anyway, right? But anyway, so if something rad was to happen on these training exercises, right? There's always a point on the map in the sky where all the aeroplanes like meet up together, right? And this thing had vanished, and then like ages later, it was there, right where that point was. But obviously, the only people that know where that point is the people on that exercise that day. So how the fuck did this UFO? And it was just, I think it was like, I can't remember who it was, but it was just like, it was like a way of this intelligence saying that they were just basically taking the piss.
Fucking hell.
Out of like how bad everything else is compared
like
to them. Aye. It was sat there waiting.
Like 10 steps ahead.
Aye.
It's mental, innit?
Aye.
Do you know how it is? I hope we do see it in our lifetime though, like if we do make contact with our life forms or whatever.
It scares me, man. Remember how like feared we were just when Russia took into the Ukraine? And that's got nothing really to do with Australia. Like, it was just the thought of it. Can you imagine if aliens, if they're like, aliens are going to attack planet Earth?
I would.
Oh yeah.
I would like. I think people think of like Mars attacks, the movies and all that. I don't think it might not even be like that. They might be peaceful. They might be like, right, you've done it all wrong. We are like much more intelligent and have better technologies and blah blah. And we've actually got the right idea. This is how you need to go about it, and they'll come and sort it out.
That's a risk.
And give her help.
I don't need any help.
Stop breeding with our women and that. Or the men, fucking, depending on what their biology's like, you never know.
Aye.
You're getting pumped the height off a fucking alien.
Aye. We'll be fucked then.
Nowadays, I was saying the other day.
Literally?
I was saying to my pal the other day at work, like, I think it would be interesting to be around for the end of the world. Like, it's gonna happen, right? But if you were like old anyway and you were approaching the end of your life.
What about the next generation, like?
But if the world was going to end anyway, I'm not saying I want the world to end, but like, you know, if it's gonna happen anyway, I'd be just interested to see how it ends. And then, now or nah.
Oh, nah.
We'd rather not now. Because if the world's going to end, everyone's going to die anyway. You're not at a loss because everyone's in the same boat.
The thought of all that scares me.
Aye.
It scares me daily.
Getting deep on this week's episode.
Aye. Oh, that's a good shout, actually.
How far are we in?
Aye, we best stop it.
Aye, we best pause it, eh?
Was that ye?
Drop your bait.
Was that ye? Devin, come on the show farting, right? Take it fucking serious for once.
I think we'll jump into the comments there.
No what? My last reckons I've developed a lisp. Have you noticed it?
No.
Have you not? We get a tell because it's got me paranoid.
Honestly?
Aye. She's called us on 3 times. Say, you lit.
Say 6 sizzling sausages sizzling in the pan.
no, but she reckons every now and then I start talking with a lisp. It's doing me head in because I'm like, it's in me head now. I feel like I'm doing it.
Just living in your head rent free.
Get it, will you?
I'm going to read some comments. I've had some good ones. Of course, super fan Leo Neal. Giddy giddy gow gow. Check the mic 1 2. Stopping as the boyo. I used to work at the After Dark. Mad times.
Did you?
Yeah, that's class, aye.
I didn't know that. I'd never even seen that comment.
Hey
Lee.
Get some stories in the comments about your time working at the After Dark. We'll get them read out.
That
sounds interesting. That, like, we want to hear more. Huggy unsubscribed because we said he was a conspiracy theorist. He's actually got another good comment in a minute, actually. On the Botox thing, we've had a few good comments in now.
So
Dan Holmes, not sure about Botox. Dangerous game in it. Your probs start looking dreamy and go too far. End up with a sausage face to match those lips. Good chat again, fellas. But you know, a few people have like spoke to us about the whole thing on the Botox thing, and you know, I'm actually more in favour of it now. You know, now I know a bit more about it.
Oh, how well then?
So Huggy says on about the Botox on the podcast. It's not my thing, but but supposedly our age now is the best time to get it because your skin's still good to an extent. So the Botox stops major leather face in later life. And I was also talking to someone at work about it, like a lass I work with, and she was saying that you're better off getting Botox before you start getting loads of wrinkles.
Aye.
Because when you get it later, it's meant to be worse for you. So if you're going to get Botox, you're better off starting now, and it preserves your skin for longer, rather than waiting until you're wrinkly as fuck and then getting it. So now is probably the good time to start, if you're thinking about it, to start getting it done, honestly, you know.
You're taking the piss.
I'm
He
not.
does this, you know.
No, I'm not. I'm honestly not, you know.
So, shave all your beard off, you look sound, and then
No,
I date and he's
but
fucking
no,
pissing
it's
himself.
meant to be. That's meant to be the crack. If you start getting it done like in your 30s or whatever, it prevents you getting more wrinkles.
Aye.
Whereas if you wait until you're already dead wrinkly, that's when you start looking a bit raj.
Right.
Because
I'm fucked.
So his last work was telling me about it, right? I was going, how do you know this went off? I get it all the time, but I couldn't even tell.
There you go.
I get it every 6 months. Like, honestly, I could not even tell she had it done.
There you go.
But if you go to the right people, you spend the right money and all that. It's like minimally invasive surgery, and you can't even tell you've had it done. I'm actually, after it's a good discussion that, because now I'm on the other side of the fence. I was totally against it. Now I'm like, it fucking sounds like, not that I'm not thinking about getting it done anytime sooner now, but like, if that's what somebody wanted to do, then you're better off getting it done earlier than later.
Aye.
So good comment, Hogski.
Cheers for that hockey.
I had a comment of Gav Lingting,
Who's that, like?
aka Big Chins. This is what he says. That was the best knee filter yet.
You've been pissed, man.
Just was creased from start to finish. Yous are just funny as fuck together.
Wait, we're not trying to be funny, mate.
Cheers, Gav.
Aye, cheers,
Appreciate
fella.
that.
Have fun in Bennett home.
And yeah, that's all I've got.
I can't find any of these comments now. Being sit there looking. Nah. I've had loads of people messaging us though, you know, like lately. Oh, are you interested in flipping some cash? No, I'm not fucking interested, you know what I mean? They can fuck off.
All them things that they inbox you on Instagram and try and scam you.
All the time, getting them all the time now.
You're not falling for that again, are you?
Oh, yeah.
You got scammed a couple of years ago on Instagram, didn't you?
I did, Cheers for bringing that up. Right? I was just about to rip into people who they get scammed. No, there is. It was at the time, I was just everyone else was going on about investing and all that stuff. I've got a bit of spare cash there.
He was trying to build his NFT portfolio. Bought a picture of a monkey for 8 bags.
Who would do that, Who would do that?
Who would think of doing that, Marky?
So he'd be sat there raging now, you know. Straight on the phone, who? No, but I was interested in it anyway, and then someone popped up on my thing with a few of my mates also followed this person, so I thought, it must be legitimate.
Legit.
Aye. I thought it seemed legit, so I was like, fuck it. And then I messaged them, and then basically you send them £300, and then they make you some money. They take their cut. Aye. It all seemed really legit. Like even the
how many followers did they have?
Even the part where he asked us for £300, wired into like a bank account that I'd never heard of. It all seemed legit to me. You know what I mean? But I was in there like,
well, George, I can dig into the Gwengo. Give me your BSB and account number.
Aye.
And wire me the money directly. For your phone jacket.
Aye. And then I even nearly got us again. He was like, so all you need to do to have your money released, it was about $6,000, and I was like, he's like, all you need to do to get your $6,000 is wire us another 300, and I was sat there thinking, am I being fucking megged here or what? And then I give it a few days, and I was literally so close to sending him it, and I was like, nah, you can get fucked. Like I think I've been bumped, and then a couple of days later, I was going on and on and on. He started getting a bit nasty in that.
Honestly.
Aye, and then I could probably like
send some heavies round to your door.
Aye, if I looked for it, I could find the conversation. But and then in the end, he just completely deleted his account and that. But I know there's people that get bumped a lot worse than what I did. Like 300 quid's still a lot. English as well. It's still a lot of money, like. But we watched that Tinder Swindler, man. Fuck me. And the other one, the Puppet Master. She was like, what was it? 400 grand. Did you watch it?
Puppet Master, I didn't see.
You did, man. It was like the Tinder Swindler. But it was the English version. You did, man. They walked into the bar, man, and he was like, "Oh, I work for the Secret Service and that. There's people in the IRA after you." And he had them with him for 15 years.
I know. It's
15 years, you know.
That was going to be ye in someone's fucking basement at 15 years.
Skate stiff at the IRA. Mad, eh?
Pumped up some bloke.
It was all for the greater good, though. Just life savings and everything. 400 grand he got off that one person.
Fucking hell.
But that was the Tinder Swindler.
If any dodgy cunts inbox on Instagram, just
I need to avoid. But it's not like the likes of me. I should have been on top of that. I should have been like, no, how? Like I like to think I'm got me head screwed on. But fuck me, it's the older generation that are more open to it, I think.
Let's just think of it as a teachable moment.
Aye. It was a teachable moment. Because when one messages, I'll wind them up for a bit. That sounds great.
You can tell.
Let us just send you all me cash.
You can tell sometimes when you do get inboxed off some like dodgy things that it's like not even a person, it's like a random like reply, like a chatbot or something. You'll say, how you doing? And it'll go, and it'll reply something that's totally irrelevant to what you've just said. It's just like an automatic system they've got. It
must be one of them bots.
One of them chatbots.
I had one the other day. How would you like to flip some cash? I was like, sounds fucking mint, but you're not fucking doing it for us. But that's that.
Well, I think we'll wrap this one up, eh?
I had one more thing. Do you know, and to be honest, I don't know enough about it, so I'm hoping that you know a little bit about it. I can guarantee you're not going to know about it. You probably haven't heard about it, but do you know anything at all about this Hunter Biden's laptop carry-on?
A little bit, aye.
Oh, do you? Get in!
I've got Huggy me DMs every day.
Get in! Can I tell you the open bit? This is what I know.
Go for it.
So he started off, right? Hunter Biden took his laptop into a computer repair shop and he left it there. That's all I know.
Aye.
But it did have a video of him with a prostitute smoking crack.
Aye. And wasn't there something about him and Barack Obama's daughter? That was like indecent images. He was like shagging Obama's daughter or something.
Jesus, was he?
Or something like that. Aye. And loads of dodgy shit in his laptop. And I don't know. Is he actually being held accountable for it now? Is he going to like? Is he being?
They're on about indicting him, whatever that means.
Aye.
Well, what does that mean, though?
Indicted.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Let's look up the definition. Indicted definition. This is your word of the day, folks. Indict. North American past tense. Formally accuse of or charge with a crime. So it just means being charged with a crime.
That's all it means?
Why don't they say charged?
Because when I heard like Donald Trump was getting indicted, I thought it was this massive thing and
like a big investigation.
I thought it had to be like political. But
I don't know.
Have you seen that? So I was watching another thing about it, and it was when Joe Biden was vice president.
Joe Biden.
Hunter Biden. That's the bloke. That's the son. And
he's a knob and all. Have you seen him?
Aye. And he's got his pals with all these billionaires from around the world and all that. And he was. I don't know. Joe Biden's all involved with
basically he's a nonce.
dealings.
He's a nonce, isn't he? End of the day.
Is he actually?
Probably.
Shall he go on the list?
Is Hunter Biden a nonce? That's the clickbait for this week.
Should he go on the list?
Hunter Biden on the fucking list, way I.
Has he actually done anything that we?
Tell you what, we'll do a bit of research and
we'll come back to it next week. But it's all going on this week though. That's the thing.
You know what to do.
Aye, Hoggy's into it. But so it's looking like Joe Biden's like a very dodgy cunt as well. He's in all these business meetings and all that. He's got so they've been gone through his email. Doesn't it seem a bit raj though that Hunter Biden with this mad laptop full of incriminating evidence has just went into a repair shop and left it, didn't even pick it up? Does that not seem a bit like?
I know. You
would think it was like made up.
Isn't it mad though when you put your laptop or your phone in for somewhere then it's gone through all your stuff?
Aye. But anyway, this bloke who worked in the repair shop gave it to the FBI and also made a copy for himself. But does that not just seem reckless to you?
Aye, definitely.
vice president's son be doing
You
things
think
like
he'd
that?
have a fucking tech nerd on his team who would be able to do all that shit and without it going out of their hands
Into a
and
public
shit.
repair shop
Into the public domain.
and then forget about it. It seems a bit wild to me, but hey, that's boxing, eh?
Yeah, well before it ended all, I was just reminded of another funny political thing. That was this Tory politician. Did you see it in the UK this week? And he's got accusations against them
About the lines.
about the lines and sexual abuse or
Oh, I
something.
didn't know it was with that. No.
Aye, and anyway, it's basically there's a photo of him like
Is
this,
it
right?
real? Is that a real
I
thing?
don't know. He's a photo of him sitting this, right? He's got a glass of whiskey, and there's like an upside down like pan, with loads of lines on it, like loads of coke, and then a few of them are wrapped up into lines. And he said, it wasn't cocaine. I've got this habit where I like to collect me dandruff. And like,
make it into lines.
it's just the same as you could say as people biting their nails. I just like to pick me dandruff and just play with it and all that. Racked up into lines and all that.
I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse.
Who the fuck's gonna believe that shit though? Do you know what I mean?
Wait.
Aye.
Do you know what actually is funny? I was just thinking about this the other day. The fact that Boris Johnson has just slithered back into his role of the Prime Minister, right? And all this thing about secret parties and all that is just went unpunished. Like, what the fuck's going on there, like?
Is he on you? Oh, he's top of the list.
Boris.
Bojo.
We should have named the list after that daft cunt.
I know.
I had only one more bit of notation. Look at me fleeing through the notes today, mate. Not
Aye, done well this
But you didn't watch it yet, so
What?
it was just the Savile thing.
No, take it away.
No, it was just all I've got written down was
Pretty
Jimmy
much know
Savile.
the whole case anyway.
I didn't, me.
The documentary probably won't tell us anything I don't know.
And I think what a beautiful sight that Sam Fender was playing the what you call local hero.
Aye, it was
Fucking
class. That
hell.
it was mint. In the
Anyway,
arena.
that's that, eh?
Aye. Well, thanks very much for watching once again. Appreciate the support. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And share the fucking videos. You know what I mean? Get us some more followers and that.
Last week, in fact, I dared everyone to share the video, and did anyone even share the cunt?
Nah.
So it just shows that anyone of our mates we've got any daredevils as we're mates.
We have reached a milestone this week.
How?
We've got 1,000 subscribers on Instagram.
Subscribers!
We did.
It's followers, man.
Well, there you go.
1,000 subscription.
1,000 hits on the website. Alright, signing off.